Hey, what's up, you guys? Bring another action figure review to you, and this is a figure that I am very excited to bring to you. Um, uh, I'm back at it. I'm back at it, guys. I'm back at collecting Star Wars figures, which, FYI, there's going to be a lot more Star Wars reviews that are going to be coming up. So get ready for that. Um, I still love my Marvel and DC. I'm still gonna be rocking that, but definitely for like the next week or so, it's gonna be diving headfirst into Star Wars. So I kind of cooled off on Star Wars and went back to Marvel and DC, of course. But I'm so glad to be diving back into Star Wars because I am a Star Wars fan, and there were a lot of Star Wars figures that I wanted to collect, just didn't get around to it because been busy collecting Marvel and DC. So we are going to get into it, and this is the Star Wars Black Series Cal Kestis Gaming Greats edition. And first of all, I have to gush. I am a huge fan of the games Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order and Star Wars Jedi Survivor. I love the character of Cal Kestis. He is now one of my favorite characters in Star Wars. Luke will always be number one, right next to Vader. They're both my number ones. And then Han, so forth. But Cal is right up there. Like, he's in my top five favorite Star Wars characters, probably of all time now. So I love Cal Kestis. If you have not played the game, you're missing out. But if you're not a gamer, you can just watch it on YouTube. I know a lot of people says, "Oh, well, I don't play the game." Well, you don't have to play the game. You could just it's on YouTube. You could watch them. You can watch it so you can learn about Cal Kestis. So you know who he is, because there's a lot of people that didn't play the game or didn't watch it on YouTube, like I said, and they don't know who Cal Kestis is. But he's a very interesting character, and I'm definitely excited to get into him. So we're gonna do just that. So you get this nice side box art on the side of Cal Kestis with BD1 on his shoulder. Of course, BD1 is awesome. You see the lightsaber there, Cal Kestis. That's just awesome. That blue down at the bottom. And you got the gaming greats right there. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, Cal Kestis, Ages 4 Plus, Hasbro, legalities at the bottom. Barcode that really doesn't mean anything because this figure is years old now. Got gaming greats there. You got the top of the box right there. You got Star Wars Black Series, of course. You got Cal Kestis in the package in there with all his accessories. He comes with quite a bit of accessories too. You got Star Wars Black Series right there. You got Hasbro back there in more legalities. And he is number 2 in the wave. Gaming great Star Wars Fallen Order. You also got the little read-up right there. Cal Kestis, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, lets players evade the Empire's forces as Cal Kestis, a Padawan fugitive on a quest to complete his training and rebuild the fallen Jedi Order. You got Star Wars Black Series right there. You got the picture again of Cal Kestis with BD1 holding the holocron Jedi Fallen Order. And yeah, that's one of the accessories. So I'm very excited to crack Cal Kestis out of the packaging and get into this review. So let's do it. And here's Cal Kestis out of the packaging. And just first glance, I love this figure. I think they did a really good job. I love the way he looks. Now it's not a dead on one for one likeness of the actor, but it's still pretty good, and you still know who this is, especially with him wearing the poncho and everything. So there's a lot of detail with this figure that I'm going to get into in a minute. And guys, I do apologize if you hear music in the background. That's my wife listening to. I told her to turn it down, but for you married guys out there, or even guys that Has a woman, so, they don't listen to you some of the time, or even most of the time. So, but anyway, getting into the head sculpt, yeah, I really loved the way they made him look. I know some reviewers complained that his head could have been a little more red, and I guess when you see the game, yes, it could be, but I'm actually glad they didn't do that because it just looks better this way, in my opinion. Even if it's not accurate, sometimes when things are not accurate, it still looks good or even better. So we're going to jump right into accessories. So he does come with this hooded piece where you can put the hood on. He never does in the game. He does in the trailer. So I mean, that is nice that they did that. But I've played the game. He never puts the hood on in the game. He just did it in the trailer when the game first got announced. He also comes with the holocron, which this is a very important. Actually, this is the plot of the game. The holocron is this cube that stores Jedi information, that Jedi's, want hidden for a specific reason. And anyway, this particular holocron stores all the potential Jedi children out there in the galaxy. And Cal Kestis and his band of friends needs to find this holocron so they can find these force-sensitive children and train them so they can fight the Empire. So I pretty much gave you the summary of the game of, especially of what this accessory is. And this accessory looks really good. Unfortunately, he can't hold it because his hands cannot grip it. But I guess if you want to have him use the force or whatever to hold it, but you have to get inventive with that. And also this little creature right here. This is so cute that they include it. It has no articulation at all. It's just a statue, but that's perfectly fine. But this little creature he finds on Bogano, one of the planets that he goes to, and he finds this little creature and brings him on his ship. So this is nice. It has nice paint applications. It's sculpted very nicely. It has nice little details. Got the little fur there in his tail and around his neck. And he's cute. So that's a nice little accessory there. The next accessory we have here is his partner. This literally is his partner. This is BD1. And he follows him all throughout the game. He's with him from beginning to end. Not the very beginning, but like the beginning. Once Cal Kestis meets BD1, that's it. Like they are a team from that point on. And this looks really good. It does have a little bit articulation there in the legs. You can move it. You can, fold it right there. You can move it back like that. And his head does have articulation also. You can move to the left and the right. And he can move slightly up and slightly down. And he does have a little bit of pivoting, a little bit of attitude. Of course, it's very important that they included BD1. He also has that little yellow detail right there in the leg. You see the nice silver paints throughout BD1 as well. This is one of the many colors that you can change BD1 in as well. Get a little more closer look at BD1. Very nice. They are missing a little paint right here because he has those stripes in the game and it goes towards the back. So Hasbro kind of skimped out a little bit right there. But also you can plug BD1 into the back of Cal. There's a little hole right there and you can plug him in. Hopefully I can do it if I can do it correctly. And plug his, you can plug his foot in right there and he goes in right there. And he's pretty much basically on Cal's shoulder as he should be. Or maybe plug the other foot in maybe. See if I could do that. And plug the other foot in there. See if I can bend that one. And plug, there we go. That looks a little bit more better, especially from the back. And then, there you go. and BD1 is plugged into Cal, just like that. And BD1 is basically like this with him through the entire game. So anyway, now we're going to get into the details of Cal. Starting off with the head sculpt. Like I said, the head sculpt is great. I love it. The sculpting of his hair is really good. He even has a little bit of a wash in his hair. You always get brownie points for that. Definitely appreciate that. See Cal from the back there. The hood has this little plug here that you can plug it in. The folded side of the hood anyway. He also has these nice details. The straps that goes around his poncho. A lot of people don't like the orange with the poncho. I like it. I changed his poncho so many times in the game, and also I changed the color of his suit under the poncho. I've done that every time I play the game, I do that. I like the ponchos. A lot of people don't, but I like the ponchos. He also has the detail there with the little. I don't know if I don't think those are bullets, but whatever tools those are right there. He also has detail right there in his glove. Got the little detail there, and you got that little device strapped to his glove that he has right there. He also has more tools and different things. I mean, because in the beginning of the game, you see he works as a scrapper. So that's what he is. That's his job before he goes on his Jedi journey. And you see the little tools there. And you got all that, more tools right there. You see in his belt. You see there as well. You see the belt. You see another buckle there, which is really cool. You see another little device there in his leg. Wow. And seeing all the tools and everything, and the pouches and everything in the back, and this, whatever this is. Like I said, he's a scrapper. And you got the little rips and tears and everything through his poncho, really nice. And the front as well. You got the wrinkles. Looks really, really good. And you got the pants there, like I said before. And you got the boots, and you got the little metal buckle there. In his boot, in his boot right there, in this little metal piece right there. You got the metal buckle in his boots, really nice. Like that a lot. Then you got the pecos at the bottom. And so, I absolutely love this figure. And so I didn't even get into the best part yet, which is the lightsabers. Oh, excuse me, Cal. Which is the lightsabers. So this lightsaber is very accurate to the game, and all the details, everything looks really good. So this is his master's lightsaber that gets broken in half, because his master had a double lightsaber. And the reason it's torn like that at the bottom is because, like I said, it got broken in half. And so you see the lightsaber here, very nice. And it is removable if I can get it out. Ah, got it. Okay, that was took a little work. But yeah, so you see the lightsaber there. And I'm pretty sure Cal can hold it in his hand. And so we will put that through his hand. Excellent. And so how, did I call him Hal? Cal. Cal is holding the lightsaber in his hand very securely, and I love that. And also you can plug the blue part of the lightsaber back in. You hear that click, boom, there you go. Cal with his lightsaber. It looks fantastic. Absolutely love it. Man, do I love this figure. I absolutely love this figure for sure. And of course here we have the double bladed lightsaber as well. So the nice detail there as well. Looks really good. It's a little gummy, but you can forgive it. And this is green. It's so funny though, because when I played Jedi Fallen Order, especially the first time I played it, one of the first things I did was I turned his lightsaber green. So I find that funny that Hasbro chose green for his lightsaber. Really awesome. Were y'all watching me play Hasbro? And so it's detachable if I can get it out of there. Those things are really in there, but that's a good thing though. But you do worry about, like you don't want to break it. And so that is how the hilt looks without it being activated. Really nice. So this figure is really awesome. And so here, I almost call him Hal again. Cal holding the hilt without it being activated. That's pretty cool. You can even have him hold it like that when he's about to activate both. You know what I mean? So that is really awesome. Good Lord. I didn't really realize how long this is, but yeah, so that is just one part of the lightsaber being activated, if you want to show it like that. But geez, I didn't realize how freaking long it is. And there Cal is holding the double-bladed lightsaber. I put it in his other hand because his right hand, it was a little loose, so I just put it in his other hand. But yeah, that is him with the double-bladed lightsaber, and he looks absolutely phenomenal. So here is the hood on. I'm never going to use this. I'm never going to use him with the hood on. It's nice that they included it. It's very nice, but I'm never going to use it. I'm just going to use him with the hood down, or you could choose to use him without the hood at all. But I'm going to definitely use him with the hood down because, that's how he rocked his poncho in the game. And like I said, he never used the hood in the game. You know what I mean? So yeah, so I'm not going to use it, but it is very nice that they added it. And I do have to note, BD1 has not moved. Like I took the other hood off and put the BD1 has not moved one bit. So I really appreciate that. That is really, really awesome. And I really love that. And I just wanted to show real quick that, you can have him without either hood accessory. You can just have him out bare like that. And with that being said, I'm going to get into articulation. I'm going to see if I can articulate him while BD1 is still attached. Anyway, his head can move to the left and to the right. He can look up about that much. He can look down about that much. He does have pivot. He does have attitude. His arms can go out probably about that much because of the poncho. I say probably about like right there. He can rotate forward and back. He does have a swivel in his elbow. No upper bicep swivel, but he does have a swivel in his elbow. And I believe he does have a butterfly joint, but the poncho hinders. So yes, he swivel in the elbow. A single joint in the elbow, but like can go about 60. Full wrist hinge rotation. He does have an ball peg on the inside. It can hunch back that much, forward about that much, and it can pivot side to side, and it can mix around a little bit. He can split out a pretty good amount. He can kick forward about that much, back about that much. He does have a thigh swivel rotation, and he does have doubly jointed knees. And he does not have any boot rotation, but his foot can hinge up, hinge down, and it has ankle pivot, as you can see. So, BD1 did move around a little bit because I was moving him quite a fair amount. So BD did move a little bit. But look how BD just, oh man, I love that. That is awesome sauce. The fact that, man, this figure is going to get a very high rating in my book. There's probably a few little things that they could have added to really make this like a 10 out of 10. It's not a 10 out of 10, but it's going to be damn near close. I just love how BD1 just it's just like the game. Yeah, so yeah, the articulation is pretty good. It's pretty good. I didn't mention before, but he rolled up his sleeve right here, and he has that little wrist gauntlet there. Very accurate to the game, and he looks really, really awesome. So we're at the 20-minute mark. I'm going to do some size comparisons, and then get my final rating, and then get up out of here. All right, so here's a couple of size comparisons. A couple of stormtroopers from the game. So you basically got your regular stormtroopers with the gun. And also you got these stormtroopers that has like some kind of like electrical baton that they try to come at Cal with. So that's really cool. And here he's next to Darth Maul with his double-bladed lightsaber. That looks pretty awesome. And here he is next to Ahsoka. So he never met Maul or Ahsoka, but you know, that can always happen. You know, I say that can always happen. You know, that's not out of the cards. Especially since Maul survived his supposed death in Phantom Menace. Yeah, so that looks really awesome as well. Him next to Ahsoka. And here we have him next to Luke, the Jedi of all Jedis, Luke Skywalker himself. And that looks pretty awesome as well. I think Cal's a little taller than him though. And so I apologize for this video being so long, over 20 minutes, guys, but I really had to gush about this figure. This figure is really awesome. I really love the figure. Yeah, I absolutely love this figure. It is, oh man, it is everything I wanted and more. Actually, I mean, I knew this figure was going to be good, but I didn't know it was going to be this good. I love the sculpting. I love the colors that they chose. The accessories are exceptional, probably except for the hooded piece. But it's still nice that they added that as an option because they didn't have to, you know, and I'm not going to complain, you know, or knock a company for adding more accessories. That's just really awesome sauce. But this figure is glorious. I love this figure. You know, you still can collect him if you don't know nothing about Cal Kestis. That's fine because this is just an awesome figure to collect, especially if you want a cool Jedi in your collection. But if you are a fan of the game like me and you're a fan of Cal Kestis, this is a figure that you definitely have to have. And this is a figure that I got really for cheap, for dirt cheap, actually. I mean, not dirt cheap, but I mean, I got him pretty cheap. I got him lower than retail. I'll put it like that. So I think this figure is definitely worth a pick. I'm going to give him a very high 9.5 out of 10 because I really like this figure a lot. I love this figure, actually. This figure is really awesome, and I love it. And I've gushed about it long enough, but I'm sorry I couldn't help myself. But yeah, this figure is awesome. Like I said, the paint, the sculpt, the accessories, and the fact that you can plug BD1 into his back, just like the game, and BD1 is in there securely with no issues. That's just like a whole nother bonus for me. I would give him a 10 out of 10, but you know, they could have added a little more details and wash like in his poncho and things like that, you know, and dirtied up his poncho like it is in the game, you know, like things like that they could have did. But I mean, overall, just an overall exceptional figure. So yes, he gets a 9.5 out of 10. So that's my review, guys, of Star Wars, the Black Series, the gaming greats, Cal Kestis from Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. This has been my review, guys, and I hope you enjoyed it. Sorry for the video being so long, but I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you found the video informative. Until next time, may the Force be with you. Till next time, see ya.